everyone, how's it going? My name is Jay and welcome to the channel, and welcome back to Tacano Emergent Biopark in Jurassic World Evolution, a project where we're building a biologically accurate dinosaur and prehistoric animal park in Jurassic World Evolution through the use of mods. Before we get started, as usual, just gotta say, modding is not officially supported by Frontier, so if you would like to do so at your own discretion, back up all your files and be careful, but mods are definitely a great way to kind of enhance your game experience, and they're really keeping the whole Jurassic World Evolution community quite fresh and quite fun to be in at the moment. So definitely go explore them if you would like to, just be safe about it. Anyways, let's talk about what's going on in today's video. So it's a relatively short video today, not an awful lot we're going to be doing, adding in one new species, and what we're going to be doing first off is actually working on what I would like to call kind of like a beachside resort area. So here in Isla Tacano, we've got this really beautiful lake right in the middle with some waterfalls and stuff, and I thought I'd expand out the beach of the lake a little bit and put in a bunch of like little resort buildings, a lot of nice pathwork, kind of have it be where the guests would maybe want to stay. Maybe it's an option for where they could stay, unless they want to like stay in another hotel we might have like elsewhere on the island. But here I think it's a nice like beachside area. So what I've been doing is just putting in all these paths, putting in a lot of the Jurassic Park buildings. So the hotel, the cafe, the gift shop, they all look quite nice with the thatched roof. And just kind of doing some interesting path work here so people could really explore the shoreline, walk around. There's no fence or anything, so maybe if they want to take a swim, they probably could if they'd like. There's nothing in the lake, we don't have mosasaurs or anything like that. So it should be relatively safe. Just working on the path now to lead guests down into the area down here. But yeah, I thought it was just a pretty cool little addition to the park. I think it turns out looking quite nice. We end up tweaking a lot of the cliffside area to make sure it fits relatively okay and it's not too steep for guests to be walking down. It still is kind of steep, but that's kind of something we kind of have to live with Jurassic World Evolution. We don't have that much control over like paths and stuff like that. That would be cool to see in the sequel. Maybe in the sequel we could get like elevated paths and bridges and stuff. That would be really cool. So that, yeah, looking forward to that sort of thing if we ever get a sequel, which I think we will, you know. I think Jurassic World Evolution was too popular not to warrant a sequel. I think it's definitely worth having one, and I'm pretty sure there's one in the works. Like, I think Frontier a few weeks ago posted on their social media saying something like, look forward to seeing more stuff about Jurassic World Evolution later this year or something like that. It was very vague and wasn't really clear, but I think that's probably a tease for like a sequel. Maybe. I don't know any information, but that's kind of like the vibe I got. So hopefully that's what we're getting in the future, but anyways, the bottom area here is mostly complete. So just before we get into the species that we're going to be doing, let's talk a little bit about the animal itself. So what we're going to be including is a Zalmoxes, created by Echo Green. It's a beautiful small herbivore. It's an ornithopod, specifically a rabodontid from Cretaceous Romania. So one cool thing about a lot of Romanian dinosaurs is that back in the Cretaceous, these were more like Romania wasn't an inland area. It was actually a bunch of islands. So that was pretty cool. So you ended up with really cool, unique dinosaurs. Because when you put animals on an island, they always end up evolving in such strange, unique ways. So in the case of this animal, the Zalmoxes, they're thinking it might have dwarfism, island dwarfism. So it's much smaller than its mainland counterparts, like Iguanodon, for example. Which I think is pretty cool. Other animals from the kind of the islands of old Romania back in the Cretaceous, you get things like Balauribondoc, the raptor with the two foot claws, stuff like that. Some really interesting creatures from back then. Even Magyarosaurus, this really small herbivore. So there's so many interesting creatures there. But it's really quite a cute dinosaur. I love the depiction in the game. Echo Green, the mod author, has done an amazing job making it look like a realistic animal. And it's so good. It fits perfectly into the game. And now we're actually transitioning into the habitat build itself. So the initial animal is it's from the non-replacement mod. So you can have this dinosaur without having to replace any of your base game dinosaurs, which is great. That's always a good thing. And this was based on the Homalocephali, so it's very, very small, which is, again, understandable. This is a dinosaur that had island dwarfism, so it's a very tiny animal. And we appropriately, I want to give it a bit of a smaller habitat here, nothing too big. In fact, as you can see here, we are building it right above where the coastal, well, I say coastal, the little beachside resort area. So it's just above here. We're making a natural barrier using by raising the terrain a little bit and then using an invisible fence to block it off. So to imply that the dinosaurs can't get over those rocks. And then on the sides here, of course, we're just using the regular fence. It's a little bit tricky to kind of make the edges look natural, but by blending it in with the foliage and stuff, it does end up looking pretty okay. So you can see here, just using the invisible fence to outline the edges. And while it looks like maybe this is a bit of a small habitat, once you see the animals in there, you'll realize it's actually a decent size because these guys are so tiny and it makes them look so cute. But yeah, I loved putting them in here. It was a really fun habitat build, this one, even though it's really small. As in, this whole build, as in with the beachside resort and stuff, I think that was quite fun to do. And I think now we've done a nice amount of herbivores, I can start transitioning into like carnivores and stuff like that. There's some really beautiful Jagged Fang Designs mods I would like to showcase in this park. So one of the new ones that got released maybe 2 days ago was the new Concavenator mod. Concavenator? I really still don't know how to pronounce it, but I think Concavenator sounds better. But yeah, Concavenator. So, the dinosaur with the 2 humps on his back. So one of those, I think would be cool to have a habitat. Anyways, we're just about to finish up the time lapse, so I'll see you guys in the live portion of the video just after we release the dinosaurs. See you then. Alright, here we are in the game now, and as you can see, this is of course our high street area, and I'm thinking in the future what I might do is actually use this area along the side here and over here as well to add more shops and stuff, because I think just having these 4 doesn't really feel like quite enough for the main street. Let's have a quick check up on our other dinosaurs, our compies over here having a grand old time running around. But yeah, let's check out what we've been doing in this past episode. As you would have seen in the time lapse, this is of course our lovely beachside, excuse me, our beachside resort. And if you can walk down here, just over this curved path, you come down here, and you enter, well, the resort area. So this is much more chill. There's no habitats down here, it's just where people can go to stay. I imagine it's one of a few options. You could either stay in one of the big hotels, which we'll add later in the game, or you could stay in one of these lovely little resorts, which I think are really well designed, by the way. They look so nice, and you can see there's guests on it. You can see that some are sitting on the exterior here, just enjoying the view of the lake and the waterfalls. It is a beautiful view, I think. You get all these really nice waterfalls in the distance. And we're actually going to be able to build up here and stuff thanks to the expanded maps mod. So we'll be doing that as well. But yeah, I think it looks really nice. You have some gift shops, a few restrooms and things, the cafe. I wish we had little benches and stuff. It would be nice to have picnic tables around here and stuff. That would be pretty cool. And then of course we have some more things here. And then back here is a ranger's outpost, which I would assume is just a stand-in for kind of a staff area, where you would have a lot of storage and stuff like that. One fun thing I've been doing is using these rocks and then modifying the terrain around them, so you get these little water pools that almost look like rock pools. I think that looks really cool. I've done a few of them just on the edges here, and I think it looks quite nice like that. It looks really nice, I think. So yeah, that's the beachside resort. I think that ends up looking pretty cool. And if we go up here, walking down here from the innovation center, we get this nice plaza with this. I didn't intend for this to happen, but I somehow managed to get this really nice curved banners here, which are really cool, and I really like it. And here we have our beautiful Zalmoxes. So let's have a look at them. This is the wetland skin. Really beautifully made creatures by Echo Green, the mod author. If you want to download them, links are as always in the description, as well as the link for all the other mods, like the terrain mods and stuff like that. But what an adorable, beautiful dinosaur. So cute. And let's see, is it going to be eating something? No, that one's eating something. Oh, I love how it just jumps onto the feeder to eat from it because it's so small. Is this one going to do it? Yeah! Oh my god, that is so adorable. I love it. And as you can see with the different skins as well, what I've done is I've chosen the null skin and the wetland skin to represent like maybe the males, which have slightly more vibrant skin, and then the jungle skin maybe to represent some females because it's a bit more, actually it's also pretty vibrant, but you know, there's plenty of birds and other animals which have those vibrant skins in both sexes as well. But yeah, I love these ambient behaviors too. I didn't really know they did this, like where they're just like picking around at the grass, maybe looking for bugs or just eating some grass on the ground. It just, oh, it looks so nice, and I love how it looks. But like I mentioned in the time lapse, these guys are so small that even in this little habitat, like they got so much space. So I'm pretty happy with how it looks. And their space actually extends relatively far. They can go all the way out here to the back, where the fence actually disappears, to give it the illusion that, yeah, as you can see, it's kind of glitching out a little bit, but I wanted to give the illusion that they can't actually escape out this way, so maybe I'll, in fact, I might do that now and just increase the terrain slightly. There we go. Just to make it look less escapable, I guess, and maybe I'll do the same, but maybe make this lower as well. Just to, again, give it that idea that they can't really escape. I also love the grass textures now. Like, look at those tall reeds. They look pretty cool. But yeah, beautiful animals. Really love this habitat, and overall very pleased with today's episode. Of course, it was shorter than usual. Didn't have as much time this week to build. But I'm thinking in the next one, what we might do is do a really big habitat for one of two things. Either we're going to do a carnivore habitat, which will maybe be like the Concavenator or the Daspletosaurus, one of those. Or we're going to do a big herbivore habitat here between the entrance area and this high street, so that you can observe it kind of from both sides, like in between here, and maybe have a big sauropod or something like that. That could be quite fun. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let's just finish off by looking at our lovely herd of Zalmoxes here. We'll just follow this one for a bit. But yeah, if you like the video, please do leave a like down below. Do comment if you have any suggestions for future animals, or if you just want to let me know what you thought of the video. And of course, do subscribe for more Jurassic World Evolution and Planet Zoo content. I release Jurassic World Evolution videos every Friday at 5 PM UK time. And soon we're also going to be getting Prehistoric Kingdom in our hands. So we're going to have videos on that relatively soon as well. With all that said, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!